Hey YouTube, in this video we're going to be looking at my cube collection. So the last time I did a cube collection video was a long time ago, and I had 21 cubes then I think, and now I'm up to 48. So I'm really excited. This is a new mat, by the way. I think I might be using this as my background. So I'm just going to start it off with 1x1s. So here are my 1x1s. This is the very first 1x1 I ever had, and this is a handmade one. I called it the DGCube one for a while. Yeah, it's okay, but now that I have the mini E3 Cube Store 1x1 and the cubicle regular sized 1x1, these are just a lot better. And to be honest, this is my main 1x1 right now. It's really awesome and fast. So yeah, but I do have 3 1x1s, and I do count them as part of my collection. Okay, now to move on to 2x2s. The very first 2x2 I ever got was this V-Cube 2, which is okay. I really don't use it for much anymore, except when I had to do that 2x2 underwater challenge, because I didn't have another 2x2 I wanted to use. Yeah, it's okay, but really not viable for a speed cube anymore. Also, I have my mini East Sheen 2x2, which is pretty cool. Here's my slim 2x2. This is a mod I made. The only mod I've ever made. It's pretty awesome. And my main 2x2, which is the Moyu Linko. This is really nice, and I absolutely love this cube. Okay, now I'm going to move on to 3x3s. Now, I have a lot of these. The first one I'm going to talk about is just this random off-brand 3x3. I'm not really sure at all what brand it is. The red and orange are very hard to tell apart, but yeah, just figured I'd show that because I do have it. Next is this 3x3, which I got from my orthodontists. I don't know what I'm saying. They just gave it to me for free. It has like a tooth and things like that. It's pretty cool. Next is my Rubik's brand 3x3. Which right now is very nice, surprisingly, because I lubed it and it's really awesome. Out of the box, of course, it was terrible, but this was my first ever 3x3. You can tell the stickers are really worn out because I've had this for years before I was even a cuber, so yeah. Next is my Dion Guhong. This is my first ever speed cube, which I have super loose right now, so it'll pop if you actually try to do anything on it. I have that way just because it's kind of fun to have it that loose, also because I use it as my main for feet, because it's much easier to turn when you're doing feet. My next speed cube, which was competition legal, is my Dion Zanchi, which is super nice now. It's really smooth after I lubed it with Lubix, and it is just really, really awesome. Next I got this Fengshi Shuang Ren, which I actually won in a contest, Cold Cubes 2000. I don't think he uploads anymore, but yeah, I won this in his contest, and it was my main for a very long time. This was probably one of my longest standing mains. But then I got my Moyu Weilong, which is very awesome. It's really nice. I do quite like it. It's not my main, but it's really good. It's one of my backup mains, so it's pretty nice. Next, Moyu Aolong version 1 and version 2. Version 1 is... Wait. This is version 2. Version 1 and version 2. The version 1 is really nice and smooth, and it was my main up until a couple days ago. And I love this. The version 2, I got the old batch, so it's just really bad. It's super sluggish. It's not going to be my main for sure. Next, I just got this a couple days ago, and it is my Gans 3 version 3, which is probably now my main. I have loved the Gans 3 ever since I tried it out at Nationals, and I finally got one, and it's probably my main. It's super nice. So now on to 4x4s. I have a Shengshao 4x4 version 4, I believe, which is okay. It was my main for a while until I got the Moyu Aosu, which is really great. I love this cube. Now moving on to 5x5s. I just got this Aochuang a couple days ago, and it is awesome, and it's definitely my main. This Shengshao 5x5 was my main for a while, but then I kind of loosened it, and now it locks up and pops all the time, so it really can't be my main anymore. Next, my Shengshao 6x6. I actually quite like this cube. A lot of people don't like their Shengshao 6x6s, but I don't have a problem with it. I get okay times on it, so it's pretty nice. Next is my Shengshao 7x7. I'm not quite sure why it's scrambled. Oh, actually, I do remember why it's scrambled. Somebody scrambled it. That's kind of obvious. So, yeah, it's scrambled right now. Don't worry, I can solve it. But I didn't feel like solving it for this video. It's really nice and smooth. It's a mini 7x7, and of course it's my main because I don't have any other 7x7s. So yeah, I really like this cube. Now, one of my most prized possessions, I have to say, is my Shengshao 8x8. It's really, really awesome. It just looks so cool. And it's really smooth and huge and pretty great, so this is a really awesome cube. Now, Pyraminxes. This is my Shengshao, this is my Moyu. Moyu beats Shengshao so badly. It's just, the Moyu is so great. and the Shengshao is not so great. I mean, the Shengshao was great for a while, but then the Moyu came out, and now it's just so much nicer and smoother. Now next is Megaminx. I have a Shengshao and a Dion Stickerless with ridges. The Dion Stickerless is my main, and it's really nice and smooth. The Shengshao, though, is also really nice. I think it could be my main someday, but I don't know, I just prefer the Dion because it has better corner cutting and doesn't lock up as much. So, yeah, I do enjoy Megaminx, though. Next are my Scubes, in the order I got them, Lanlan, Shengshao, Moyu. Also the order that they became my mains, Lanlan, Shengshao, Moyu. The Lanlan is, well, it was the best Scube for a while, but now it's really not all that great and doesn't stand up. The Shengshao, it really still could be my main. I actually prefer the turning on the Shengshao to the turning on the Moyu. It's just that the Moyu gets me better times for some reason, so the Moyu is my main. Now, I believe this is the last WCA puzzle, and then we'll move on to non-WCA. I mean, I know the 8x8 non-WCA, but still. This is my Calvin Square 1, and this is a really nice cube. It's super smooth, especially after I looped and tensioned it. Originally, it wasn't all that great, but now it is. So yeah, Calvin Square 1, really awesome. So here's a cool little shape mod. It's my Lanlan 2x2 dodecahedron. It shapeshifts. It is a shape mod of a 2x2. It's really awesome. I quite like it. I guess I'll put my mirror cube here, because this is a shape mod. It's of a 3x3, obviously. This is very cool. It was actually my first ever shape mod, I think, and I was really excited and kind of scared when I got it. But this is kind of what made me like shape mods, I guess. So, yeah, this is really cool. Shengshao, by the way. I don't know if this can be considered a shape mod, but it is the Void Cube, and I figured I'd just put it in there. It's pretty awesome. It is a 3x3, but it has parity, because you can stick your finger through it, and sometimes the centers aren't in the right spots when you solve it. So, yeah, this is a really awesome cube, too. And the turning's actually pretty nice. Better than you'd expect from a Rubik's. Okay, back to shape mods. This is my Shengshao Master Morphix, which I got recently. It's really, really smooth. It's stickerless, as you can tell. This is one of the smoothest cubes in my collection. Originally, out of the box, it was really scratchy, but still smooth. It's just a really awesome cube overall. This is one of my coolest shape mods. It is the Diansheng Blade. It's really smooth. I'm just going to show you the checker pattern on it, because that's really one of the coolest things you can do with it. Because it looks so chaotic, but symmetrical at the same time. And here is the checker pattern. Next for shape mods are the two Fishers, the YJ Fisher and the Crazy Fisher. This is the Moyu Crazy Yilang, which is really nice, except for the fact that the sticker I lost because it's so little and it likes to come off. This one is really smooth. They're both really great cubes, and they're really fun to solve. This is my final shape mod. It is the Axis Cube by Diansheng, and it's super smooth and really nice to turn and fun to solve. As you can tell, I really love shape mods. They're one of my favorite type of cubes, aside from WCA puzzles. Cuboids! 3x3x4, 3x3x5, 3x3x9. Calvin's, Wit Eden. Really not too much to say about these. They all turn really well, and they're a lot of fun. 3x3x5 shapeshifts. Neither of the other two do, but the 3x3x9 bandages like this. So, yeah. Also, if you want to count this as a cuboid, it's the worst cube in my collection. The floppy cube. This was my birthday card, actually, that I got from my cousin. And it's kind of a sticker mod sort of thing. It's the coolest birthday card ever, I have to say. This is my name, Daniel. And every side says a different thing. It was really, really, really cool. Awesome birthday card. And yeah, this is a 3x3, obviously. And this is my Curvy Copter. Turns very well. It's by Lanlan, I think? Yeah, Lanlan. It's very nice. I really like this cube, as, like, with all of them except Floppy Cube. It jumbles, so that's cool. Yeah. Also, I have my Magic. This is from E3 Cube Store. It's pretty awesome. I don't solve it very often because it's not an event or anything, but I figured I'd include it in this collection video because I will consider it part of my cube collection. And now finally, I think I'm saving one of the coolest for last. This is a cube that I got recently from my neighbors. It is huge, and I had never heard of it before. I'm actually going to put my camera somewhere else so you can see it in all its glory. Okay, so here it is. Now you can see it a little better, I hope. Basically, this is a lamp light sort of thing. So this is the coolest part of it. If you press this switch, it glows, and it looks so awesome in person. And hopefully it looks as awesome on YouTube. And the best thing about this is that it's not just a glowing cube, it actually is fully functional. So you can completely scramble it while it's glowing and then solve it. It is by Rubik's. It doesn't turn the best, but that doesn't matter because it's such a huge cube, and it turns pretty well for its size and what you'd expect it to turn like. This is the checker pattern. That is a really awesome cube. So yeah, this is my cube collection. I'm not going to bring my camera back. You can just look at it like this. I'll move the lamp. Kind of dark that way. Well, the cube can light it up. Yeah, so those are all 48 of my cubes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.